for that.
I'm looking a little bit at Franklin Templeton, and it looks like they are bringing more free market than ever in Romania.
Well, they're trying to, yes. Yeah.
They are suing the Romanian government for bad moves. How do you see the temptation of the Romanian government to take easy money from companies that are managed by fondul proprietatea, where fondul proprietatea is?
The property fund's not going to put up with that. And, suing the government, in the United States I am a lawyer, so we do a lot of litigation. And litigation here it's viewed sometimes as warfare. Sometimes you need a third party, a court, to resolve a dispute between you and the government. And so you have to go to court in order to resolve a dispute. For example, the so-called Romgas transaction, which I talked about, and the Romgas gift, as they called it. The only way to stop that is, if the government won't respond and stop the gift, stop insisting on the gift and voting their shares the way they did, then you have to sue the government and those shareholders for violating the corporate law. So sometimes you have to use litigation to do it. And you have pretty good laws here, actually, on your corporate laws in this respect. I think we'll see in the litigation are pretty good. But you need somebody with the wherewithal and the knowledge to bring the litigation and to sue. But the simpler solution would be to change the composition of these boards so that the composition was more oriented towards the actual value and the assets and the profitability of the companies rather than any political considerations or government considerations.
It's easy for the corporate sector to sue the government. It's easy even for the average Romanian to sue the government. But we have an example. Just yesterday, it was a decision made by the justice that the Romanian government has to pay back some of the salaries that were taken from the teachers. I don't know if you are aware with this, but a little bit, yeah. The Romanian government said that they are going to pay back in 2012, 13, 14.
Right.
What will happen in U.S. after such a decision?
Well, the same thing in the United States. It would be up to the court as to how quickly the remedy or the enforcement action would take place. I mean, one of the problems with your courts right now is they're overloaded. You don't have enough judges, and the caseloads are too high, and in some respects their decisions are a little unpredictable. So, the remedies that I'm talking about require a judicial system that's efficient and responsive and transparent. You've got a new leadership at CSMA that's trying to change that. I'm very optimistic that will have a big impact. And that, in turn, will create a system that's closer to what we have in the United States. But in the United States, in a circumstance like that, you'd get a pretty fast court order, and it would be implemented. And if people didn't comply with the order, they would face fines or they could end up in jail.